What I betray? Everyone I ever loved, I'll push them all away. And I've been the slave to the Judas in my mind.
Kayfabe was a way to show respect to the audience and respect your own business. It was a way to protect it. But to be the man,
All-Star 316 says I just worked you.
we are the generation that eat. You make the rules, and we win.
I am Mr. Richie Moon, and I'm Kayfabe Adrian, and I'm Kayfabe Focus.
Position that I'd rather not be in.
But the cream runs.
It's Kayfabe Avenue.
Ladies and gentlemen, heels and faces, casual wrestling fans, and all you smart marks, I am Mr. Richie Moon,
And I'm Kayfabe AJ.
And I'm Kayfabe Focus.
and this is Kayfabe Avenue, and this is the Wednesday Night Wars. Is this week 8?
I think it's 9.
9?
It's week 9.
Week 9?
Yeah, we missed an episode.
This week 9?
Yeah.
Alright, so this is week 9 of the Wednesday Night Wars.
You know, Thanksgiving kind of took a week
I
away
mean,
from
that
us.
doesn't,
Vacation. You know how
that doesn't matter. I just want to know. Well, no, I think it's week 9. I'm pretty sure
Yeah, it's week 9.
Yeah, week 9. This is
I guarantee
week
it.
9.
guarantee it.
This is week 9 of the Wednesday Night Wars. You know the rundown. We go through the rundown of the show, and then we get into the 5 points of war. Focus, give them the rundown of the show. Good sir. Tell me he didn't just say that.
I just did that. Sorry, so let's start off with some Dynamite. We have Dustin and the Bucks of Youth beating the Inner Circle in the first match of the night. Then we have Ray Phoenix beating Trent.
That was a 5 match.
It was a great match.
Both of those are 5 matches.
Then after that, Cody cuts a good promo on MJF. After that, we get a promo up with Joey Janela talking about John Moxley. John Moxley comes out of nowhere and says,
I
"Kids."
personally did not like this promo.
Yeah, I didn't like his Joey Janela's promo at all. I think he needs some work. And when
It wasn't even so much the work; it's the fact that you're trying to book him as the bad boy. John Moxley comes in and just completely punks him.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just kind of defeated the purpose.
Smocks in that.
Yeah, they need to start building Joey Janela better. Next we have Dark Order with a new vignette.
I'm loving those, by the way. Wish I did those first before the Dark Order actually
Yeah.
appeared, but whatever. I'm still loving these vignettes.
I don't know. They're not connecting with me.
You know what I mean?
They're not connecting.
I
with
think
me.
they're creep for me. They're legit, like kind of creepy.
I
It's like
feel
this is weird.
like they're like preying on like the incel crowd and such with these vignettes.
Yeah, they're trying to get at the conspiracy guys, but it's just something about them I'm not connecting in the ring or in promo.
They don't connect with me in the ring, but with these promos, I'm starting to connect with the Dark Order. I like it.
Are you gonna start wearing the mask?
No. But I like the vignettes.
All right, so after that, we have Nyla Rose defeating Leva Bates and just basically beating her after the match.
Man.
It was horrible.
If you watch AEW Dark, this is just a repeat.
She tried to give the Beast Bomb through a table, but referee Rick Knox stopped it, and she gave her a horrible Beast Bomb.
You know those horrible Beast Bomb?
A horrible Beast Bomb. It was disgusting.
Ah. Did you just was that your Britt Breaker challenge?
Huh?
Was that your Britt Breaker challenge?
Nah.
All right.
I was just
Okay.
So afterwards, we have another women's division match with Chris Statlander. She has like some kind of alien.
Yeah, she has an alien gimmick.
Yeah, and she beats.
I know a girl has an alien gimmick.
Hikaru Shida, which was a great debut for her because I think Hikaru Shida is probably like number 1 in the contender.
She is. Yeah, she is.
And
That's
she
what I couldn't
actually
remember her name.
lost.
Yeah, she lost to the alien.
She lost to the Indian girl,
Yeah.
which is, I guess, a boost for her.
Yeah.
I don't even know her name. I just know her gimmick.
Chris Statlander.
Chris Statlander, yeah. I mean, she looked pretty good in the ring,
I feel
pretty
like it should be
decent.
Starlander. I should
Starlander.
Right?
I feel like it should be Chris
Yeah.
Starlander.
Yeah,
Like,
they
you got the alien gimmick.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. You gotta.
Gotta go
She
there.
looked pretty
Yeah.
decent. First
Yeah.
time I'm seeing of her, so.
Yeah, first time I've seen her too.
So then Brandy and Awesome Kong come out. Brandy starts using a strange accent, acting like we don't know that's not her original accent. It's kind of like a little Cajun, but it's not really working. She
I watch an X-Men animated series, so you
So
guys
she introduces her new stable, the Nightmare Collective.
So okay, that's the thing now. So every time we mention the Nightmare Collective,
Nightmare
you always
Collective.
always have the quotation marks. All
The
right.
Nightmare.
The
She
Nightmare
went out
Collective.
her way to explain how that was a spin-off of the Nightmare Family, and
Let's get more into that when we get to the 5 points of war, because there's a lot to unpack with that. Let's let them run through that, because goodness gracious.
So then, they asked Statlander to join the group. Statlander basically said no. And then they had a plant in the crowd, which is Melanie Cruz. He's an independent wrestler.
then
Joined
all of
the
a
group.
sudden we ended up in 2011,
Oh man,
2010 with the Straight Edge Society.
damn. Yeah.
It's the same exact thing, literally. Pick somebody in front of the crowd, shave their head, but this one was like a super obvious plant along the lines of what was her name? A part of CM Punk's group. I forgot her name.
Serena Dibs.
Serena, but they ended up shaving her head. This girl seems to have joined the Nightmare Collective. It was cringy to me. I'm sorry. Like, it was good character development. In the long run, Brandy got a group. It looks like the Straight Edge Society mixed with like a horror kind of feel.
Yeah.
But I feel like it fell flat for me.
Yeah. Let's wait to the 5. I'd rather get into that when we get to the 5 points of war.
Let's continue.
So now on to some good matches. Pentagon Jr. beats Christopher Daniels.
Yeah.
Even though Christopher Daniels did do a botch.
Crazy botch.
Yeah.
Or as JR would like to say, he didn't get all of that moonsault that he's wanted to.
Gotta lay it in subtly. I wish that they would have done this match earlier. I mean, like a couple of weeks ago. Like, makes me think that CD might have actually legit been kind of hurt. I don't know if that was
I don't know, but I feel like this storyline with the Lucha Brothers kind of stretched out.
It's stretched,
And
yeah.
like there's no
Stretched
real
out.
big stakes at this point.
Yeah, like this should have happened.
You're fighting Christopher Daniels, but he's not even holding the belt. So unless they're freebirding that title.
But no, they're not. But this stems from when the tag team tournament started, and he spiked them at the beginning of that. That's what I'm saying.
I know why it comes.
This should have happened weeks ago.
Yeah.
This should have happened weeks ago.
Yeah, I guess they were trying to sell that package piles right onto the steel.
Really, most devastating move in all professional wrestling.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the Falcon Arrow because
It's not
nobody
the
kicks.
roll up.
It's not the roll up. I'm gonna say
It's
that's
not
the
the
roll up.
Falcon Arrow because nobody kicks out of the Falcon
Nobody
Arrow.
kicks out of the fucking arrow.
So moving on to the main
It's
event,
fun time, Sam.
we have John Moxley and he beats the bad boy
It's a bad
Joey
boy.
Janela.
It's a bad
Look
boy.
like the scared boy to me.
Yo.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, Moxley just
That
really.
promo just felt really flat for him.
And Moxley just beat his ass. So it was a good matchup, but John Moxley beat his ass. I really like the way it started off with a little bit of wrestling.
I don't know.
So-
I'm not liking the way they're handling Joey Janela. I think
Me either. We had this outburst for him on Twitter. He was supposedly gonna no-show this episode. Shows up, been complaining about the way his character is being used, and then proceeds to allow his character to be used in a punk ass way. Like he's a bad boy. You've put your body on the line.
Yeah.
Crazy things. They keep
I
referring
feel-
to you
you
jumping off the roof.
You jumped off 40.
You're
foot
scared of
roof.
Moxley, really?
But come on.
After already going to war with
I
him?
feel like there's a natural rivalry with him and Kip Sabian because he used to date Penelope before. Kip Sabian is now dating Penelope before. We don't even see Kip Sabian. Like, come on, AEW, come on, you guys. That's natural. Like, you know
I
what
mean,
I'm
I
saying?
hope that's not the case, but
I don't know what it
No,
is,
it is the
but
case.
let's move on to a little bit of the NXT Live.
All right, moving on to NXT, we have Killian Dane. He calls out what do you call him, Damien?
Body go take her?
Body
Body go take her.
But as Nigel says, I think he has like some kind of injury, so he's out. But Pete Dunne comes out. However, Killian Dane beats Dunne in a good match. I liked it. The next match we have the Undisputed Era. They come out for a promo that sets up the main event, which is Keith Lee Dominic Dijakovic, and Tommaso Ciampa.
Ciampa.
Moving on,
Ciampa.
Shayna Baszler beats Zia Lee.
I like the match.
It was alright. After that, we have the Forgotten Sons, and they beat the Enhancement Talent. Because I haven't seen these guys before. I can't remember their names.
Oh, that's when he chokeslammed the dude off the he after the match, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he chokeslammed the dude and it hits his back like on the hardest part of all the ring. It's just really not. The ring post is really the hardest part of all the ring. But the edge of the ring, and then he falls off.
So then we have Dakota Kai versus Rhea Ripley.
Shout out to Dakota Kai. Hey girl.
Yeah. And she looks like a completely different person turning heel.
Yeah, when you turn heel in the WWE as a woman, all of a sudden you just get a whole dash of sexy. It's just a whole bow. You see what I'm saying? A little bit of the sexy.
A little bit of the sexy. The match never starts as Mia Yim and the Horsemen come out.
Mia Yim with the Timbs. Hashtag Mia Yim with the Timbs.
With the Timbs.
And the baggy sweats.
Facts.
Real 90s of her.
Deadass.
All she needed was the hoop earrings.
Word. Facts.
So next match we have Matt Riddle beating Cassius Ohno.
Oh no!
Yes.
I haven't seen Cassius Ohno in a long time.
I think
It's because he's been in the UK being the greatest UK wrestler of all time.
Yep. Next we have Kushida versus Raul Mendoza.
Return of Kushida, who's been injured.
However, Cameron Grimes comes out, beats up Raul, and takes his place. However, Kushida beats Grimes. Surprise.
What do you think about the most devastating move in all professional wrestling? What do you think of Cameron Grimes' hat?
I mean, hey, if Buff Bagwell could have one, why not him? And Buff was the stuff, remember?
Buff was the stuff.
Until he came to Raw.
Ooh. Remember Booker T?
Yeah.
All right. Damn, why? Why would you do that?
So moving on to the main event, we have Ciampa, Lee, and Dijakovic, and they beat the Undisputed Era in a war.
In a war.
It was a good war.
You know, like that. Like so, Ciampa was cutting the promo, and Lee was standing in the back, and then Dijakovic was coming over. Your boy's ready to go to work. And the way he said it was so crazy. It was like, shut. Nobody talks like that. I just want to say that. No, nobody talks like that. You can continue, but I'm just saying, nobody talks like that.
So then afterwards, William Regal comes out and announces next week we're going to have Balor, Lee, and Ciampa in the triple threat match for the number one contenders title.
Shout out to the camera work on NXT for when Balor was in the corner about to give Ciampa the shotgun drop kick.
Like a grizzly bear just popped out of the left field. And
that, and when they announced that match, like the way Ciampa and Keith Lee were staged, you know what I'm saying? You can see like them looking back at each other was really dope. You know what I'm saying?
Great production work.
Yeah, good production work. A1.
Alright, so that was
it. That was the rundown. Let's get to the 5 points of war. Let's start off with the ratings first off. With the ratings, pulling it off by a slim. And a lot of people say there's like a 10,000 number margin. There might be a margin for error with the ratings with 10,000. This is all the time in any kind of ratings, any discrepancy, like 10,000. But AEW pulled it out 856,000 to 850,000.
This is after 2 weeks finally losing to NXT in a row. So this is the rebound, but the rebound wasn't that far apart. So it's good momentum for both brands, and that's the good thing.
Facts. I am happy that on a Wednesday night, almost 2 million people are watching wrestling. Mm-hmm. Let's make them average 1 million both, because clearly Wednesday night is a superior night for wrestling. Let's get into the best storyline of the night. I think we can all kind of agree that this is probably the most episode of Wednesday Night Dynamite.
I feel like both episodes were kind of just okay, just you know.
Yeah.
I don't feel like nothing really popped. I feel like it's just more of the same. NXT kind of like slowed down after all the Survivor Series momentum. It's still, building on the War Games storylines that would be
the fallout from the War Games.
Because Survivor Series kind of rushed everything for NXT. So we're still getting the storylines from War Games.
I feel like AEW has developed things, has started to develop things nicely. I wish they would still give us a little more clarity on on the diamond ring, the dynamite ring. We don't really.
I think it was
That's
just
a yearly
it was
thing.
just for show. It
Just
was
for show?
just for show.
It's
Okay.
just a yearly thing.
For bragging rights, pretty much. And
Okay.
It's just
who's
like
better
a
to brag
trophy.
than MJF right now?
That's tradition.
Storyline of
Storyline
the night. I'll give to AEW. I'd say the continuation of the Cody Rhodes, MJF saga, explaining that the emergence of Ali and her two minions, forgot the Blade and the Butcher. They were contracted by MJF to attack Cody Rhodes. So the continuation of that storyline. We got a good promo out of MJF. We got a decent promo out of Cody. People are really impressed by it. I feel like it's more of the same. Cody's really in the roots and tradition of wrestling. I felt like this was another like Ric Flair-esque promo. Like, I'll give you everything I got on me, to fight me. That's kind of what Ric Flair was known for, taking off his gator shoes and leaving them in the ring. And Cody was doing that, setting the challenge for MJF. So I'd give that storyline of the week. Honorable mention is the continuation of the Keith Lee build and him being the breakout star from Survivor Series on NXT. But the week for me goes to AEW.
What about you, Focus?
Honestly, I'm not sure which storyline I'm actually invested in right now on either shows. I mean, I guess the triple threat match that's coming up with Lee and Lee, Balor, and Ciampa, but I feel like it could have been better if they added Dijakovic, so it's kind of like, I'm not sure who had the better storyline this week.
I feel like it goes to
Because I really can't think of one.
I feel like it goes to AEW. As being one of the people that really did like Cody's promos is because back in the 80s, we were privileged to all that. Here in 2019, nobody's really cutting promos like that. You can see sparks of that on NWA Power. If you watch NWA Power, they cut promos like that. But Cody is kind of like really turned into the modern day Ric Flair with the way he cut promos, the way his charisma is, just the way he is. So that's kind of a rarity. We watch wrestling, we watch those kind of stuff all the time. So like that's something new to us. But like for the new audience, that's something completely new to them. That's why I praise it like that, because I feel like it's really dope. I like the way they continue the MJF storyline. I like the continuation of the story with Jon Moxley and Chris Jericho. And if you really look at it, they've been building the story since Jon Moxley debuted, because he paradigm shifted the first night he got here, and it's all been it's been a slow build for these two to finally collide. I feel like they've improved on the women's division. I don't really like the stuff with Brandy and all that stuff, but I like the fact that the women are getting more emphasis. They're actually getting storylines that we can start to get invested
they are
to.
showing a bit more women outside of Britt Baker and the Bea Priestleys and stuff like that.
Now, Brie Priestley don't even get enough shine. For me personally.
I think honorable mention for AEW as well is Luchasaurus, Jurassic Express.
And coming out
pretty much
During that Jericho.
Oh my! Shout out to that promo! Oh my
we
gosh!
actually have a championship match for Jungle Boy.
Nah, it's not a championship match.
It's not.
No.
Oh well,
It's
he
not
has a
a match.
one-on-one with Le Champion.
Yeah.
After
That's
Le
gonna bring up his
Champion
stuff.
brings out the lexicon of Le Champion,
Facts.
he gets interrupted by Jurassic Express.
So
This it was good development, but I felt like it fell flat. I don't think Jungle Boy's ready as far as promo work.
That's why.
Against someone like Jurassic.
That's why I didn't want to. That's why I
Jericho.
didn't want to name it as the thing, as a storyline of the week, because that was one of the things that AEW had. But it's like,
yeah.
Jungle Boy, he said I'm gonna beat you. What did he say?
I'm gonna beat your ass.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
This is
I'm not really. It's not really.
The thing is, he said I'm gonna beat your ass. He ends up attacking Jericho first, and it still came off to me like he was the punk in the situation.
Yeah.
Like, we can't have you be the aggressor and look soft.
Yeah.
Jungle Boy is not there yet. He needs more personality. Right now, out of Jurassic Express, we get more personality from Marco Stunt. We get more personality from Luchasaurus.
Whoa.
And he's supposed to be the brute.
Whoa. He has a master's degree.
I mean, he has a master's degree, but
This guy?
Yeah.
you know, is that these are just
You know,
facts?
dinosaur discrimination is a thing.
Yeah.
This has been alive for like 65 million years. I think he knows a thing or two. Goodness gracious, show this guy some respect.
I think that promo kind of fell flat, even though it's good character development. But
Jericho's just hilarious.
I think we can give it to AEW as far as storyline.
Yeah. I think,
One thing that did intrigue me about his Lexicon de la Champion, the last thing that he mentioned was Marty.
Yeah.
Did he?
did.
I didn't.
He
I
did.
didn't, mention, I
He
didn't
did.
realize that.
He did. He said Marty. And like that's like when the music hit and everything cut off.
And then he put like he made it out like John Moxley like the armbar of the list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did.
He combined the 1,004 hold list with the list of Jericho. Like he's just a genius, man.
It's a lexicon now.
I feel like this is one of the rare times where they actually. I mean, even though what Jungle Boy said was fine, I feel like they should have actually maybe like not scripted it, like what he was.
His line should have been scripted.
Yeah, his line should have been.
So where we at? We have the ratings are
AEW. The storyline of the week of AEW. Let's segue right into the intrigue. And I'm going to lead this off. The intrigue. I'm actually more intrigued for NXT next week, and that is because of the Finn Balor versus Tommaso Ciampa
well.
and Keith Lee three-way match.
They should have added Dijakovic to it though.
There's still a chance that Jakovic could be involved.
I feel like
He still has rivalry with half of that match.
I feel like people really want to see Keith Lee, Ciampa, and Finn Balor. I feel like that's what the money is.
Right now, I think the time is Keith Lee's, and he needs to step up.
They're riding this momentum with Keith Lee.
Definitely ride the momentum from Survivor Series, which was
I think
up and down a great show.
And I love Keith Lee. I want him to personally go after the North American Championship. I really want Ciampa to go after it. I want Ciampa to win because I know we're on borrowed time with Ciampa. I know this is like his last run. Spinal stenosis catches up to the best of him.
I wouldn't mind either way because the North American Championship I don't feel like gets enough shine anymore.
That's why I want
Keith Lee being in the Undisputed Era. I mean, Roger Strong has defended it, and
he's defended
it was
it
in a great match, and not too long ago. But
and he beat.
I feel like he played second fiddle
United
to
States Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, he did.
He won. Yeah, he won that.
So,
he won that match. Yeah.
But
he's the king of strong styles now.
But I feel like he played second fiddle to Adam Cole a little bit too much as champion, and he should kind of have breakout moments without Undisputed Era, where he cuts his promos as North American champion. Kind of.
I feel like we got that.
Stuff
I feel like we got that in the last rivalry we got with Keith Lee and Matter of fact, I'm talking about he actually did have a rivalry with Keith Lee. Yeah,
this predates War Games and.
You mean like after?
Moving forward. They need to focus more on the solo aspect, and now with Bobby Fish not being there, he might be doubling up as tag team champion as well. So there's that.
Who's your entry for next week?
My entry for next week is NXT as well.
What about you? Focus.
I don't know, man. Probably.
I'm telling you, these were just okay episodes for me.
That's what I'm saying. I there's nothing that I'm really like, okay.
So I guess that one goes to NXT.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to NXT. So it's 2-1 AEW right now, and what was the best? Best overall show is last. What was
the best match?
Yes, what was the best match in between? The best match of the night.
For me, it was the Young Bucks, Dustin versus the Spanish Gods.
I'm really torn with this one because I feel
Sammy
like
Guevara
NXT had the better match, but I feel like AEW had the more exciting match. Like,
I can see what you mean because they set the bar for that show. That's why I feel like it was just okay because that match was the opener.
I thought that match was good. That match,
that set the bar. And I don't feel like any other match.
It was hard to follow.
First opener match. That's why AEW was just okay.
Yeah.
In the grander scheme of things, you know what? I probably will switch my idea to NXT because
that tag team
the build throughout the show, and then that tag team match to cap it with. Keith Lee coming out strong, and also looking like him and Dominic Dijakovic are gelling more as a team after the best of 7. So
basically like the Sheamus
it was a good match too,
Cesaro type of deal.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with NXT on this one. I think I'm gonna go NXT. Even though I thought the AEW match was more exciting, but yeah, the build for it in the main event was Keith got the win over Adam Cole.
Over the champ.
So yeah, I'm gonna give it to NXT. So NXT.
I'm gonna have to give it to the Forgotten Sons.
All right, so NXT. Yeah, we're not.
We're giving us done.
Yeah, we're not
Oh,
running
Forgotten Sons.
So best
With that
overall
choke
show.
slam.
I kind of want to go first because it goes back to the Cody's promo and the fact that I feel like it's more of the same things. I have to give best overall show to NXT, and the reason for that is they're self-contained. They're focused on themselves, their storylines. Tonight's episode had at least 3 minimum references to WWE, to NXT directly, with also the commercial showing of NXT, being beat by AEW. If this is a war, go all the way. I keep saying it, and they kind of play up. Their biggest pops have been WWE, NXT overall references, and I want them to start having their own identity. So for this week, the fact that so much of the shows, even the promos that we had that made up the majority of AEW, those promos, all 3 of them had WWE, NXT references. And I feel like that diminished the show for me a little bit. Coming off of the Bucks match, being that firecracker that it was, and then it kind of went, I won't say downhill, but they plateaued. It just kept, it didn't go higher. The beats didn't escalate throughout the night. Yeah. And I feel like that was the best match. That was the opener.
Yeah.
So best overall show to me, NXT. They know what they're aiming for. They're focused on the storylines. They're focused on NXT. And that's what I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. We don't have to keep mentioning the competition every week to make it a good episode.
What about you, Focus?
I have to go with NXT. They knew how to book that main event very well throughout the show. They kept on building it up, and then next thing you know, they gave you this great match. It was great all around. I didn't have anything to say. There wasn't any botches or anything like Christopher Daniels did and Pentagon Jr. It was good.
That did kind of hurt Christopher Daniels and Pentagon's match a little bit because, like I said, it's just
like it hurt,
right? Like
it's just like it got like that botch right there just got you out of the match.
Yeah. So we have AEW with the ratings. We have AEW with the best storyline of the night. We have AEW. Actually, no. I think that was.
No, it was the NXT night tonight.
Yeah, NXT
they have best match for the main event. They have best overall show, and they have more intrigue for the title match. Yeah. Title number 1 contender match next week.
NXT wins this week. NXT wins Wars.
Yep.
NXT wins this night of Wednesday Night Wars.
Now, they were both very even,
yeah.
as far as ratings, and I feel like just everything was just okay. Like I feel like they didn't. I feel like
everything was okay.
NXT lost a little steam from coming off of Survivor Series and those big wins, and the follow-up episode. And then I don't know, AEW needs
it was just okay. It was just
AEW
okay
needs to just step up.
That's what it was.
In the direction of themselves,
just okay episode.
So we can do this all day.
But we got the Facebook. Please follow us at Kayfabe Avenue. We got the YouTube, Kayfabe Avenue. We don't got the Twitter, but we are on Instagram at Kayfabe Avenue, or you can find me at Mr. Richard Moon
at Kayfabe_AJ on Instagram.
At Kayfabe_Focus on Instagram.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are Kayfabe Avenue. We bid you a farewell, goodbye, and good night. Kenny, take us home.
Goodbye. And good night. Bad.